Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining the webinar hosted by SaraswatiOnline.com on MBBS opportunities in China. SaraswatiOnline.com is an education service facilitator established in the year 2000. We are the pioneer in promoting medical education exchange programs in the field of medicine in Asia and Europe. With 20 plus years of experience in the field, we take pride in the fact that we have 6,400 plus medical students already enrolled through us. More than 4,000 of them are practicing doctors, of which 2,500 plus are from India and are currently serving as knowledgeable professionals. At SaraswatiOnline.com, we don't just get you admitted to a foreign medical university and drop you from memory. We are the only organization that's with you every step of the way as well. We have student coordinators present 24/7 on these foreign university campuses to help you overcome any difficulties during and after the MBBS course. We also provide orientation classes, licensing test support, and complete online logistics and study support. We have organized this webinar to help you get all your queries about MBBS opportunities in China answered by experts. We will answer your questions. If you have any questions, all you have to do is unmute yourself and turn on the video and you can ask the questions. Our panelists are here who would love to answer your questions. Today we are joined by Ms. Partha Priya Hemprakash, Senior Manager Overseas Operations for SaraswatiOnline.com. Madam, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today. So what we have done is we have collected a few questions from some of the aspiring students, the questions the students have in mind constantly if they are choosing their destination for studying MBBS. So we would like you to answer some of the questions, and since you would be the best person to answer the questions as you are currently in Guangzhou and also a student of one of the universities in China. So you will be the best person to answer all the questions. So welcome, ma'am. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Anvesha. Thank you for having me here, and a good afternoon to all the participants of this webinar. I will try my best to answer the questions with the best of my ability. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So firstly, ma'am, I would like to know from you that why a student choosing a destination for studying MBBS abroad is a very big decision for a student. So why do you think that students, why China? Why should students choose China as their destination? If you can please elaborate on that.
Yes, Anvesha, like you said, that it is a very important decision. In fact, the very fact that, selecting the study of medicine itself is a very important career choice for students. And all the aspiring doctors, my thumbs up to all of you, because we all know medical education is the most difficult, profession, and also, the study is the most challenging. And those who are selecting, it is a very important factor. So the first and foremost, my suggestion, and I think that's what most of the students do, is that first they try to get an admission in their own country, in their home country. But for whatever reasons, in case they are not able to, it could be because, like we know, that in our country the number of seats, I would like to put it across in a simple way, that either you need to have a lot of merit, or you need to have, your parents need to be financially have a lot of money to be affording a medical education in the private sector in your country. So many countries, and China is one of them, which has been providing opportunity for many students, thousands of students, like you already said in your welcome address, that our company alone has the privilege of graduating 6,000 plus 6,000 plus students. So there are thousands of students who are coming to China and who have graduated and are successfully pursuing their medical profession. So why China? Let me mention a couple of reasons to add on to whatever I said. See, medical education is the study of human body, right? So, and for that, you need people. And China is the the world's largest population, in the world. So because of that, there's a constant need and there is a constant evolution of the entire medical and the healthcare system that is evolving. The entire education and the healthcare system in China is under the government directly. The study of medicine is under the Ministry of Education. So apart from that, of course, you will also be coming to China, you will be part of the growing trend. Apart from US and UK, China is now becoming a popular destination for international students, not only for medicines but lot of courses, various courses. So that's also one thing, and I feel that coming here to China, staying here, getting to interact with the world's largest population and also a huge international crowd will actually give you a global perspective, and make you a global citizen. So these are a lot of factors. Apart from that, like I already mentioned, that these universities and the hospitals are directly under the government control. The government is genuinely interested in the education and welcoming the foreign students. There are a lot of scholarship options, apart from the other facilities that are provided. So I think these are the factors that I would like to summarize, that why anybody should select China as a destination for them to study. Of course, MBBS, because we are talking about MBBS in general, also it is giving a lot of options even for other majors. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. So, also, if a student is willing to study in China, so is it necessary or is it mandatory for the student to learn the local language, or knowing English is enough? If you can just answer that.
Yes. The answer, in China, of course, things are changing. Perhaps after 10, 20 years, it will be different. But right now, even for your basic communication, you need to learn the language, which is Mandarin, or also called Putonghua. The MBBS program is conducted in English medium. However, there are two reasons why the students are taught, and it is imbibed in the program already. Any program that you study, MBBS as well as other majors, you will have to learn Chinese, and which is part of the curriculum already. The universities don't charge you anything extra. First, like I said, for your day-to-day living. And second is that, in your clinical studies, in your fourth year onwards, when you start going to the hospitals, and if you're doing internship here, to interact with your patients, you will need to know the language. So yes, it is mandatory for the student coming to study in China to learn Mandarin, which I said that it is already included in the programs of the MBBS program. So the student don't have to enroll for a separate program to, learn the language.
Right. So, is it does it become a bit difficult for the students? Like, since there are many Chinese teachers, so the accent problem, does it happen? And do the Indian students or international students face any problem regarding that?
The answer is definitely yes, that there is a problem. If I say no, that they don't face a problem, that will be not correct. But, accent is something, Anvisha, that I would say that even let's talk about, within our country also. I feel that, if you move across from north to south, or from, you will have, problem with the English, because in China, English is not the first language. English is not the first language. So you will have, initial difficulties to get used to the accent. It's not that the teachers do not know English, but it's the accent. Like I said, that, even somebody going from south to north or from north to south, even in India, will face this accent problem. We face accent issues everywhere. But I think it is not a big difficulty you can overcome with it. And particularly because that is an issue, particularly for the universities which we are working, Saraswati Online is working. That's why for the initial basic subjects, in the subjects that you study in your first and the second years, like anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, pathology, these kind of subjects, we try to get foreign teachers from South Asian countries, which helps the students. Actually, it's just I would say one semester, few months of settling down or getting used to it.
Right. So that pretty much is the problem a student faces if they are moving from their, home ground to some other place. I think that is
Anywhere.
pretty
Yeah,
much, yeah, it pretty
pretty
much
much, yes.
happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. So I would like to digress a bit, and we have been joined by two of our alumni students, ma'am. So I would like to call one of them to share their experiences. They are alumni students and have passed out from China. I would like to call Dr. Sandeepan. Dr. Sandeepan is a pass out from Luzhou Medical College, China, 2005 batch, and he is currently a lecturer in Jinan University, PR, China. So, Dr. Sandeepan, if you are there with us, we would love to hear some of your experience of studying in China and how your journey has been.
Hello, Dr. Sandeepan. Very
Hi,
nice to
ma'am.
see you. How are you?
Yeah, fine, ma'am. Fine, ma'am. Am
Yes.
I audible to everyone? Let's check.
Yes, please go on, sir. You are audible.
Okay. So, a very good morning to all the panelists over here and attendees of this Zoom meeting. So, basically, talking about myself, my name is Dr. Sandeepan, and I am from Assam. And I was a student of Luzhou Medical College of the 2005 batch, and presently I'm working as a assistant professor in pharmacology in Jinan Medical University. So, firstly, I'll talk about myself, my journey as a student, as an MBBS in Luzhou. How was it and everything. So, basically, it was in 2005, long way back, and I also went through Saraswati Online only, and yeah, firstly, I didn't face so much difficulty in Luzhou in learning the language also, and because we have so many friends over here to help each other, and also Saraswati Online made sure that the students were helped whenever any trouble was there or something or any need was there, and constant meetings were held on. Even Ganguly sir personally visited us during that time, and it also helped us in all the things. And coming to the Chinese now, in back in 2005, we had Indian teachers over there, and very excellent teachers actually. Whole my career, my batchmates' careers and all were shaped up by them only, and I will forever be grateful to them. Okay, so uh, coming on the first year and second year subjects, it was by Indian teachers, and we had no problem in dealing with the courses. And even the clinical subjects also was pretty good over there. And we had exposure to the patients in the hospitals. That was a very important thing at that time, because when we talk about China, we deal around the same patient base, like the same diseases, the same things, the same infectious diseases are also in China and in India. So this is one advantage that we got over there. And yeah, about Chinese, I'm telling that, yeah, it is not easy, but if you study well and if you have friends, if you join some language clubs over there, which are there in the university, and also Chinese as a subject also is being taught. So there is enough exposure to learn and then develop your whole in Chinese, I think. By the second and the third year, you'll be fluent in Chinese mostly. Means fluent means how much you have to learn, that much I think it will be done. So going on to the fourth and fifth year, I know that Chinese is important to interact with the patients and to deal with all the things in the hospitals, how to take a history, what are the things about that, and in the OPDs also, if you have to see the patients, because the doctors will obviously know English, so they will be teaching you in English. That is not a problem. The Chinese people can speak English. That is not a problem. The thing is that about patients, how you have to deal with the patients. So So for that, Chinese is important. I think by 3.5 years, I think most of the students will be learning Chinese. So that is not a problem. So this was my brief about our, and we had so much activities going around also. I was a part of many other clubs there, music things and all, and other things also, co-curricular activities like sports and all. I used to play table tennis also over there. So overall growth of the student is was I think very good in Luzhou Medical College, and teachers were very excellent, and we had. And also it helped us to pass the MCI. Most of our batchmates passed the MCI in the first attempt itself. So it's a very big thing. And as well made sure that Saraswati Online, they made sure that they had some other teachers to teach us some orientation courses over there. And also clinics were there. Like in the summer break or the winter break, some students can come back to India and take part in some clinical courses and all. That also helped us so much. And yeah, right now my present thing is like I have been associated with Jinal Medical University since last October, November. So yeah, the students are also bright, and I think classes were very much going on properly. And due to COVID, we know that this year we had to take online classes, but yeah, everything is smooth now, and students are also means getting well, and the things are over there. And one more thing I want to tell is that the lab, the practicals which take place in China, the lab, mainly patho lab, pharma lab, and all, or other physiology lab in those subjects, first and second year subjects, are far better than some of the colleges in India. That I am sure about it. So, an aspiring doctor who wants to be a pathologist in future, or microbiologist in future, or something like that, they have also a lot of research opportunities in China. So, I just want to tell the upcoming students who want to take medical science as a career, it's not only about the doctor. There's so many allied sciences together with it. So think about that also, and China will give a very good opportunity to, if you want to take those topics or means as a subject as a career, because there are lots of research opportunities are also there in China, which also will help you in that matter. Because nowadays what is there is like in India, what we are thinking, like when I was doing my MD, we used to teach the MBBS students here, and also so many MBBS students in India, they publish so many research papers. So, and means I'm happy to hear that some of the students in Jinan already published so many papers, a few papers. And I hope that this kind of activities also come up, which will help the students in the long run, I think. And this is a very good thing that is happening in China right now. So, any questions, any specific questions or something?
Sir, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. And if the participants have any questions, Dr. Sandeepan is here and he will answer your questions. Thank you, sir. Please be with us. Thank you for joining.
Sure.
Ma'am,
Thanks
with
for
your
inviting.
permission, Ma'am, with your permission, I would like to call another alumni student. We know how busy our doctors are right now. So we have been joined by Dr. Shubhadeep Panda. I would request Dr. Shubhadeep to please come in and just briefly talk to us about his experience in China so that he can go on and join his duty. I know he's very busy right now. Sir, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Uh,
morning, sir. Welcome.
good morning. Good morning. Actually, right now I am on duty from yesterday night only. I am doing my duty. So, and thanks for inviting me to join this platform to share some of my experience to our foreign medical graduate aspirants. And first of all, I would like to say many thanks to our Saraswati Online because they have not only given us the platform to study medicine, but they have also helped us to become a good established doctor. As Dr. Sandeepan said, that they have arranged these clinical programs during our vacations. So for me, it was a great journey. I have completed my MBBS from Hubei University back in China. and that was a very early time, like 2005. We went there. Then I was not lucky enough to pass that foreign medical graduate exam in first attempt due to a single number. But in second attempt, I have passed it easily. Though it was not easy, we have to study hard. And then I have worked here in many hospitals and in various states. Then I have done my post graduation in pathology. Right now, I am doing my fellowship in oncopathology in Kolkata. It is in Chittaranjan National Cancer Institute. So I would like to share a few of our experience. Like that time, though it was a bit difficult to get those teachers, but Saraswati Online, however, anyway, they have managed many of our good faculties who have taught us a lot. And for that reason, we are very grateful to Saraswati Online. And in China, there are many choices you can get, and there are many renowned universities with magnificent infrastructures. And then the food, the students are in our student lives. We are also very worried about the food. You can get these Indian kind food, as there are many students, and right now it was like 15 years, more than 15 years Indian students are there. So similarities of food is there. And another thing I would like to tell our students that these tuition fees are also very lesser than the private colleges in India, because uh, here these private colleges are hooping up, taking this hooping amount and all. And one more thing, what I would like to suggest, that they are in China, as the economy is very stable and the security is also there. Like here in India, you can find some like eve teasing kind of thing, no? So for girls especially, social security is there, and very decent lifestyle you can get in cheaper cost, but better lifestyle as a student you can get there. And one fast track qualification is also China is giving than other countries. And as the Pia Madam said that this add-on language, this Chinese language also you can learn. This is a most spoken language, and which can help you also in your day-to-day student life. And later on also, if you want to go there for a research purpose or some other purpose, it can help you, and it can help you to pass other exams. And if you go there, then you can also get to learn some kind of acupuncture and acupressure. This can also help you in your later life during your clinical studies, like that. And another thing, these scholarship facilities are also there, which are very beneficial to students. There are scholarship facilities in our many universities in China. There are scholarship facilities. So that's all means. And this our embassies also keeps a check on our any university and foreign comfortable for students and parents. That is also it. And our Saraswati Online has sent this these days also. They are sending this coordinator. They can means fulfill the gap of any student's requirement, or what they are providing. So that is also a very real past in your. So that's all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for all the good work that you're doing. We know you are busy. We won't keep you for long. Thank you for joining, sir. It was lovely having you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Madam,
Thank you, Shubhadeep. Very
Thank you.
nice to see you.
Thank you, Priya.
Yeah, take care. Take care.
Priya ma'am, I would like to come back to you with some of the more questions that we have
Sure.
compiled. So, as Dr. Shubhadeep said, that food is a very important aspect for Indian students to decide the destination. So, what would you say that is Indian food available in China, or do the students face any difficulty in adjusting with the food there?
Right. This is one of the most commonly asked questions. And in my experience, my colleagues will, agree with me that I have noticed in my last 9 years of, being here and also dealing with the parents and students, that the concern is more of the parents than the, students. Because, of course, as a parent, you want your children to be, safe and doing well, and food is an important part of it. Now, let me go back to your question. The first question was that whether the students face any difficulty or not. The answer is yes and a no. It also, I mean, to a large extent, yes, because again, I will go back to the same experience. I mean, food is something that, it's a part of your habit, what you're used to, right? I think, if I'm from West Bengal and I go down to the south, I may also take some time to get used to, the food there, the oil that is used, or, from somebody coming from north coming to south or east, where, it's a rice based place. So yes, there are initial difficulties of settling down in any place. And Chinese food in India is very popular. In fact, it's almost part of our cuisine. We think Chinese food is part of Indian cuisine. So many of the students come here thinking they're going to get that same chili chicken, chow mein, fried rice, and stuff like that. But that, of course, it's there, but it's not Chinese food that you get in India is not really the authentic Chinese food. But you get all varieties of vegetables and fruits and everything that you see in India, or even more. The universities here, I would like to take some time to explain to you. The universities here are like a small township by itself. At any point of time, there are about 20 to 20 minimum. I think some of the universities that I've seen, which I can say is a small university, will still have 15,000 to 20,000 people living inside the university campus at any point of time, which includes the students, which includes the staff, which includes the professors and their family. So all the universities have huge canteens. Some are 4 floors, 5 floors, and serving different kinds of food. Now, coming to your second question, that some of our universities or some universities in China have Indian canteens or South Asian canteens, where there is a large number of students from India and other South Asian countries. And some cities, and right now, what Dr. Sandeepan and Dr. Shubhadeep said, when they came, that was the initial time when China was becoming popular amongst the Indian students. Right now, it is a 15 years, 15 years past, and there are a lot of Indian restaurants. There are a lot of options, of even not home delivery, you can say dormitory delivery. There are a lot of, you get Rajasthani meal, you get Bangladeshi meal, you get South Indian meals being delivered. So a lot of these Indian restaurants are also there who are serving. So food initially they take some time, but it settles, so it's not a big issue again. And some universities are also providing with kitchens where the students can cook their food, so there are different options. And yes, initial settling down, initial taking time to get used to the food is there, but it is fine, it is manageable.
I have a question for Ms. Parthipriya.
Yes, Mr. Barind.
My video has been blocked, so I cannot show myself, but you can hear my voice. I just wanted to know that, medical education in India is a very expensive proposition in private colleges. At the same time, the degree of efficiency here and the degree of efficiency in teaching in China, they're almost at the same level. So, is it easy on the pocket for a student to study MBBS in China compared with what he has to spend in India?
Yes, Mr. Barind, that was one of the points that I think each one of us have mentioned, me and also our alumni students, that it is definitely budget friendly. And like I mentioned, that these are all government universities in China. So there is no additional cost. You just pay your tuition fees and your accommodation fees and registration fees to the university directly. Of course, your other personal expenses is different. Definitely, if you compare with the private medical colleges, many private medical colleges, it is definitely pocket friendly and budget friendly, and that is also one of the reasons why it is gaining so much of popularity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your question. Ma'am, another question that the students and parents have in mind continuously if they are thinking of China is the diplomatic relationship between India and China. So, how safe is it for a student to travel to China and study there, considering, the diplomatic relationship that India has with China? What are your views on it?
You're talking about the current diplomatic relations, I guess, right?
Yes, ma'am. Current.
Okay. See, I can comment as an ordinary person living here. During the difficult times, both COVID and whatever the tensions that may be there at the very very high level. Generally, these things do not really penetrate into our day-to-day lives in ordinary people lives. So I can vouch and tell you that including me and all my students who are here across different cities in China, there is no hindrance or difficulties, that we are facing due to whatever, is going on. So that is something that I can say. And we are safe and fine. And even during the COVID, the universities and the local authorities were extremely helpful. We did not have, we had people helping us to deliver food. Um, and we were constantly being checked by the local police station, the local building, and all the epidemic, they had actually different groups and volunteers team. So we were extremely fine, and I am happy that all our students, everybody is safe and fine. So that is what I would like to say. And going back to the history, these two countries have been neighbors for 5,000 plus years. So if you ask my personal opinion, I really do not see it, having any effect. It's just due to the pandemic that the movement, the physical movement that has been to a certain extent that has been stopped, and that has happened everywhere. It's not just these two countries. That is international movement, physical movement has come to a halt. So this is what I would like to, say. Future cannot be predicted, but I'm quite positive, and this is a fact. I can only give you the facts that we have not faced any difficulties or any matter, thing as to that. And I, like I said, that these things are always at the very top and to the newspaper level. It doesn't really touch the day-to-day lives of common people like us.
Right. Also, ma'am, one of the primary concerns that the parents and students have is the hospital availability and the the chances of clinical training, how it happens, and what are the options available. So, if you can please throw some light on the on that part, it will be very helpful for our aspiring students.
So the medical education program, the program that is run in China, it's about 6 years. It is for 6 years. The 5 years is your academic course, and 1 year is of your internship. The students are given the option of choosing to do internship either in China in their university, or they can go back to India. So, and as we are aware that to do internship in India, students is required to pass out the licensing examination. Now, the universities here, uh, like I said, they are all government universities, and they all have different affiliated hospitals. And in China, they follow for the hospital category, they have different grading: A category, B category, C category, different grades of hospitals. And 3A hospitals generally at least will have more than 500 beds. So there is no deficiency, I mean, there is no problem of providing options. Like I said at the beginning, that one of the biggest reason why anybody should study medicine in China, if you're not getting a chance in your home country, is because the amount of patient base, and you need people. I mean, if you have to study human body, you need people, you need patients, you need so that is not a problem. But yes, like Dr. Sandeepan had highlighted, that to interact with your patients, to interact with your patients, you need to know the language. So there are certain requirements uh, for the students to do internship. They have to have a certain level of Chinese proficiency to do internship there.
Right. Also, ma'am, FMG exam or the MCI licensing test, that is a very important aspect of the entire course. So, what are the provisions? Are there any assistance provided for, preparing for the FMG exams, or how is the FMG passing rate of the universities in China?
Right. So, first and foremost, I can talk on behalf of what we are doing. But in general, many universities in China are also now providing additional, um, apart from studies, because students are passing FMG. So from our side, from the very beginning, we do couple of things. First, we work very closely with the teaching affairs office in the each universities, and the teaching curriculum that has been planned is in line with the guidelines that is from the India side, as well as also incorporating whatever the requirements from the China, the Ministry of Education here. Second thing is that, we also provide during the weekends or during the summer vacation, winter vacation, we provide students mock exams, FMG practice sessions, or any doubt clearing sessions, and when they come back for the vacations, we also organize clinical observership program, wherein across different cities in India, we also send them for clinical training after their second year, because for the hospitals also to accept these clinical trainees, they need a certain level of basic awareness of the medical subjects that is required. So yes, we do a lot of things, and where I think because of that, it's not just one thing that we are doing, but it is a combination of different efforts that is helping us to maintain a pretty good passing percentage, compared to the national percentage of FMGE. Not just students from China, but foreign medical graduates is generally ranging anything between 10 to 15. Like this, the last time was 9.9. But our was almost 40% of our students who passed in the first attempt. So it is, from 360 approach that we follow to ensure that they are able to pass.
Right. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Also, another question that the parents and students generally have in mind is that the connectivity. So, how easy is it to travel to and from China for the students or their parents if they are willing to do so?
Right. This answer will be, of course, before COVID, because right now, as we know that, the flights are not working. So there are direct flights from many cities, to China, from Delhi. From New Delhi, we have different direct flights. For example, we have in Guangzhou, we have in Beijing, there are other, Kunming also is there. We have direct flights from Calcutta to Kunming, which is just 2 hours, 20 minutes. For students coming from south, they usually take the route either via Malaysia or Singapore or Sri Lanka. So we've never had issues or difficulties in connecting them. And as one of our services of Saraswati Online, what we do is we help the student from end to end. From the time you decide that you are going to study, it is not just for China, but also the other countries that we are working. We help the students to apply for visas, and somebody from our team travels with the students, together, and then they are received by our team here in China. And then, it is quite a smooth process, and connectivity wise also, it's not an issue. Like I said, there are different options.
Right. So, ma'am, how easy is it to get a student visa for China? Is the process easy, or do the students face any difficulty?
It's a very straightforward process. China generally has a very straightforward process, and it's a simple, unified process. The process is something like this: that once the student, has decided to join, the passport and the NEET results, along with the other applications and all that are required, the university applies for a form or a permit from the provincial government called JW202, right? And with that, the visas, are student visas, are applied for in the Chinese embassy and Chinese consulate in the home country of the students. And yes, like I mentioned, that our company also takes care of the application of the visa, but it's a very straightforward and simple. The students come in student visa. Once they come here, arrive in China, they have to do certain medical checkup and certain procedures, register with the local police station, and then the university helps them to change their visa into a resident permit. Generally, it is given for 1 year and it is annually renewed.
Okay, so that tells me that the students must not face any difficulty regarding the entire visa process, and the officials from saraswationline.com are there to help. Also, ma'am, what is the weather like in China? So, if you can tell me, the students have this concern that what kind of weather they can face if they are planning to move to China.
Yeah. So, Anvisha, it's like this. Before I get into the weather, again, I'll have to give an example. Like in India, the weather in north and the weather in south, and China is 4 times bigger in area than India. So, it actually has the largest climate difference, if I can say. The northern parts, are quite cold and dry. And again, as in when you come towards the south, you do have the tropical weather, monsoons, humid. Um, but generally, compared to India, it is at a higher altitude, so it is quite cold. In the southern part of China, I can give you an estimate that, during the winters, that is December or January, it can go down up to maybe sometimes 2 or 3. And the northern extreme parts, which are bordering with Russia and Siberia, those goes down even up to minus 35, 40. But yeah, so if that gives you an idea about the weather. But yes, we do have long winters, but we also have quite extreme summer. So the temperatures are extreme.
Right. So it really varies on where the universities are located, the
Yes,
actual place the students are choosing.
yes. But
Okay.
generally, it's a cold place. Generally, I mean, if you compare it with India, generally, yes, we do have winters,
Right.
extended period of winters. Yes, but not everywhere it snows. So it's not everywhere it snows. Yeah.
Okay. Also, ma'am, what are the accommodation facilities that are available for the students, and how safe is it for the students to, avail those accommodation facilities? If you can.
So, the dormitories are inside the university campus. Like I said, that, the universities are like a small township by itself. So you have your canteens, you have your huge library, you have your, even supermarkets, barber. And basically, it is a self-sufficient operating township. You do not have to even step out. So the accommodations are very much inside the campus, and the campuses are all very highly secured with you having your security guards, and you have your cameras. In fact, now China, most of the cities have become the modern and civilized cities where you have 24 hours camera surveillance going on. So safety wise, and I can also tell you that, as I said, that I have lived here, and me being a woman, I think one of my alumni students had mentioned, I think Dr. Shubhadeep, that as a woman, the safety aspect, I can tell you that never ever I have faced any kind of difficulties by moving and traveling alone, even at maybe wee hours, sometimes even late catching flights. So I've never faced any kind of difficulties as such. So the accommodations are inside the university campus, and it's basically sometimes two people sharing, or sometimes three, depends from university to university. Most of the universities have a separate accommodation or a separate building for the boys and separate for the girls. In some universities, they have the same building, but of course different floors and of course different rooms. So that is how the accommodation is. Yeah. And each rooms have a attached toilet and have some attached balcony. This is how the allotments are.
Okay, so ma'am, those were mostly the questions that the students and parents have in mind. I would like to ask you if you have any tips, since you are living there and also have been dealing with students living there for a long time now. If you have any tips for our aspiring students, if you can please share with them what they can expect, and from your end, please.
See, definitely one thing that I would like to tell all the aspiring doctors is that, of course, you will have to consider some important things, like you need to see the safety aspect. That is very important. Then you need to also look into the academic delivery of the university that you're going to, and also the safety aspects. And but what is very important, because we have doctors, the foreign medical graduates from different countries, so at the end of the day, it is your dedication, your focus, that is actually going to help you to fulfill your dreams. And yes, I mean, I have lived here, it is almost like my second home. So I might be biased if I say that you should come to China here, but I think we have already discussed different reasons why you can consider it. Um, but like I said, wherever you go, irrespective of the place and the university, because now students are graduating and becoming doctors from every country. So at the end of the day, it is you and your commitment and your efforts that will actually going to, and again, I would like to say that to all the aspiring doctors, that once again, congratulations, please stay focused, because we need you all. We need you all, and the current pandemic has proved that. So we need doctors, India need doctors, the world need doctors. So, and yes, we are all there. If there is anything that we can do to be a part of your journey, we will only consider ourselves happy and privileged. So I think, that's my wishes for the students.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Those were the questions from my end. If any of the participants have any other questions for madam, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask the questions. She's here and she will be happy to answer. Apart from that, if any of you wish to contact saraswationline.com, I would request my IT team to please share the screen so that we can show the participants how easy it is to reach us. So all you have to do is you have to visit www.saraswationline.com. Once you visit the website, there is a button of Talk to Experts at the bottom of the screen. You just have to click on the button. Once you click on the button, you will be redirected to a page where all our counselors are listed. You just have to select your location and click on the Connect Now button, and you will be connected with one of our counselors and a meeting will be set up. Apart from that, you can also give us a missed call. The missed call number is available on the website. It's 96673 49911. I repeat, it's 9667349911. Our experts will get in touch with you if you give us a missed call. You can also reach us on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp us button is available at the top of the website. The WhatsApp number, I will also tell you, it is 91633 I repeat, it's 91633 Apart from that, you can also chat with us online. All you have to do is click on the chat bot and you can type in your questions, give us your details, and we will get in touch with you. We will chat with you online to answer your queries. So, these are the very few simple steps in which you can easily get in touch with us. Our counselors are there, our officials are there to help you become a doctor. I would like to thank Miss Priya. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us, and thank you for patiently answering all the questions that the students, aspiring students, and their parents have. Thank you for the detailed answers. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us today.
Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure.
Thank you. I would
Thank
like to thank our alumni doctors who joined us today. It's wonderful to have you with us, and it gives us pride to know that you all are there working on the front, and it gives us pride to know that we have produced such great doctors. Thank you for joining us today. I would like to thank all the participants for joining the webinar. And if any of you wish to get in touch with us, as I said, it's you just have to follow those simple steps. And if you want to become a doctor, saraswationline.com is there for you and will be there with you through every step of the way. Thank you for joining.